Hey everybody, what's up? It's me, Sarah Grillo, and I just wanted to bring you a message today about the immersion. There are still spots left. I don't want the event to get too much bigger, but I would like everybody who has an interest in transparency to be attending the event. We just do it once a year. This year it's in Kansas City, March 11th to the 13th. So here's why I'm sending you out this video, because I feel like a lot of times people overlook the value of community. And if you have any doubts about that, I'd be happy to send you the replays for the last 3 or 4 meetups that we have had. I don't call them workshops or webinars, I call them meetups, because in those meetups, you can see the value of sharing thought. You could see the value of one flat fee advisor saying to another advisor, this is how it might be better to structure your practice. We had Alan Roth on, and he was sharing all kinds of insights that were like fireworks going off. There were fireworks going off during this webinar. Now, just to be clear, Alan Roth's not going to the immersion, but the point is that it was electric to see the triumph of values and how we commonly, all of us, held those values. So, for example, Alan said something about how a customer can strike the invoice if they're not happy. He was talking about how clear he is about his fees. He was talking about how, in order to market his firm, he simply emailed reporters and offered them insights about things that they said wrong in their article, or asked them questions and asked them to consider his viewpoint. And that was enough that it took off, and he became a pretty popular person in the media. So what I'm saying is that this community triumphs the ideals of fairness, logic, clarity, and overall, I would say purity. That the purity of mindset with which these advisors conduct their business is pretty remarkable. It's pretty rare. And although I know that there are people operating this way across the industry, there is no other conference that triumphs these values. To my knowledge, I could be wrong, but I don't know a single other conference that says, come and let's talk about how to be clearer in the way that we do business, and has that be the mission of the conference. You tell me I could be wrong. And you can see it in everything. And it even manifests itself in, for example, how I communicate about the costs of the conference. So if you go onto the Immersion 2025 link, you could see that I've broken out what the costs were for the 2024 event. I shared them with the Immersion 2024 attendees, and we voted on what to do with the surplus. There was a very small surplus. It was like $300 or something like that. So I'd be very happy if you could point me to any conference in this industry that would do that, that would disclose to you clearly what your ticket fees got spent on, could tell you how much was made and how much the conference organization or the sponsor organization retained out of your fees versus how much they spent on you and what exactly it was spent on. Because to be honest with you, I see a lot of conferences that are displaying things like rap videos that are, or excuse me, displaying things like rappers coming and rapping on stage, or that there are these luxurious hotels and very kind of like exhibit halls with vendors that are pushing sales on you. And the reason that they're allowed in the event is because the conference sponsor made a deal with them that they could come in and pitch to you. I mean, should that be the focus of your time? Learning about private REITs, about having people try to sell you private REITs? That's why you go to a conference? So there's none of that in Immersion. I intentionally refused to take sponsorship money, and trust me, I got a lot of chances, but I refused it every time. And I did it so that it could be pure and that it could be a directly beneficial experience to heighten the effects of that. And I hope that you'll join me. So there are still spots available, Immersion 2025. I will see you there. Let me know if you'd like to meet and discuss this event.